kron ni echrepo ediokron wase se edru bosumi bia assembly member bia wenya allowance kakra be say 1000 Ghana cedis at the bonata so
Deputy Attorney General Justice Sransa na anybody atudwa watch say anka ne Director General no da National Signals Bureau ano kwaku adubu ahe nasam na edakota ya twetwe nsirani abasase owia nam no wase asem ne die egusupa ekoso anya asem ketwa
na osoafo a wono na ehwe eye technology any science so ewo eye Zambia man no mu woni na pamfo be se nipa dunsia aka no homa be pie Ghana na omo ebe yeden yede nkyiremu ebrem ewo kasebo mu
ene sinetwane a wagidi pa kofiadu ene ne din na wotedi obi animu no jaku na wadi atudwa se the base pempen ya register kwa ya mayoku na so mguso mo ye ho enhihye yi amayoku mu nipa wo man mo ena akomo obom se wo munti the base na mo menye Kennedy akomprekwa Japan
ye de mo bako gomu atakwa na odikura wono ewo ho papa yi anananan wodi ato emema ewo mpatamu ho no mu anim se munyai SHS emaya na omunsua de adentina nana kansa
saso na santimantem soafo yo nyanyamfo Dr. Frank Amwakohene na ne wodi ato adesuafo ne titiro wo suapon na afensu kra no senior high school anim ne se won shepa se emrane seseye ne titiro ye de akwasi influence discipline no na afi ahoseso no won hweso de baye adwuma awo yesu awodo mo nsemu ya foforo bi ka ho de di tie dika anwumre yi yabo no yesia aduasam ye ne soro de adunsia se de adunsia tekramada ntem yesin ko so de atubedwa serdama awo eni de kwanso awie yi ananwumre yi kasie yi se ebaye oda na asedemu rampemasi edu no enko emmasements Vital by Mr. and Capsules, Sal Jewelries, Afei, Silas Deco and Catering Services, Ma Ata Heba Center, Mr. Don Commissi Chopper Canby, Samso and a Simicler Beauty Product and Spa, Nana Uso Spiritual Heba Center, Afei, 2974, Mr. Anybody, I can come for no AMA Odi Asempa Kofi Bodi, Anybody, my name
Nana Kwame. Opoku ahwenye
kechire Kwame Ayuba kasie yi wasemo ede amaye na na kwasi asare Calvin sanso ena se okofrobo jima eka ne den ho wamnyina ebo ya chire dom akosu amantebia ena fe razika ena de obeti ane se nam kremu nyina kan bi ni nsumfo ne ebo ya chire dom na kasie yi yade asomo afa yentwe ho semai na kasie ne nchire mo no enwumre yi yemfa ni nyina ensomo mo nyina motiase mo nyina mo hoye mo nyina mo ye dia kasie na mo of me Srubia.
Obian wo ye be masine obia wo Ghana mema. Ezan se basi be wu etuo ba ko pe ne boye gina am yewu. I mean srotio ma obi me hunu na.
Srotio obi me hunu na ye anwumre kase ne ye de ani gya ho keka ho se pe kan ama.
115. I was say Bible ha can 500 Psalm 500 500. Na Bible no kire de o se yemfa enyije
ya de ani gene kan kase na de ma o my Ghana wa mo na ese no
abayifo nan ase kroi sa abayifo nan na ase o my Ghana na na mo ma ya dwene mo mie na yentumi nane sa anya pipia eye NDC anya Christians ya eye Muslims sa abayifo nan na wo mo pagya wo mo ntro mo ase
Adismema yeshe samni nchire muna sanfa sum nyame agya wo pa okronkodi muei na enedu ye sofo wo hwe mpatama amemu ana fei ahensam ene asoma wo dwumatie ensa aso ye kese ne so ye onionyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim na wonde ne wadi atudwa se Human Sexual Right and Family Values Bill aye twede se anti-LGBTQ+ bill no aye de bia edamla se bedwa fia for process mu na brempra ye ka se wo se ba bia adru no aye Constitutional and Legal Committees ene edu wo mu a nyame ɛyɛ adoma yɛ woda ɛbɛyɛ epo bosom ne da ɛtɔ so aduonu miɛnsa wɔn mu bɛsi so nkonwa na ne saa bele wɔn atase sɛ deɛ tase bɛsepa ne kɔni aban yɛ sɛ tase ne deɛ yi wɔ bɛnyansafo na ne wɔn ahwɛ sɛ bel no yɛ wɔn ɛbɛpaase na ɛne dua yi ɛna wɔpɛni government accountability series ɛna wɔfudua simpie ne apaso nsɛm wɔsi ne koso ɛde ɛtu bɛgyasrɛdɛ na ɛnɛ yi wɔtufo asa so koraa de kɔkɔbɔ ɛde abɔ ghanafoɔ sɛ bel no wɔn yɛnya sɛ ɛnɛ yi yɛda na amayɔsɛm no wɔsɛ kɔkɔba saa paa deɛ yɛhwɛ anim sɛ nka bel no ɛbɛtumi ayɛ no ɛnya deɛ ɛbɛtumi ɛtu saa nammɔ no koraa ɛno nso koraa akyi wɔasie ne ghanafoɔ nyinaa ɛnyae sɛ yɛ tumutu ɛho nsɛnsɛm yɛ nansɛntɛm ama no homere so wɔ ma Ghana mu yɛka yɛnya yo sɛ de mampani John Dramani Mahama na ho ɛbɛfɔrefɔre mu yɛntie nsɛm wɔ nuonyamfoɔ Ahmed Ibrahim ɛde tu dwane biɛ.
We were 4 MPP, 4 NDC. Felix, listen to this. By the time we got to the venue, the 3 MPP MPs ran away. We needed to call 3 other NDC MPs to be added to the 4. For the NDC MPs to be 7. And then Reverend Intim Fojo, he was a Reverend Minister. He was one of the 4. So he joined the 7 NDC to pass it to be 7-1. And we got it passed. So if today some party is saying that, oh, they will take political opportunity, that political opportunity they are looking for is dead and gone. And let nobody bring the president in. It was us. We initiated it. I can mention the long history. So I went to the president. And I'm soldiering. I went to the president on this. That's why I've not spoken. And I went to the speaker on this. I know where we are. When the pastors come to me on this, I know where we are. When you are in the field, you act. You don't talk. Where are we? Today is 23rd. The Constitutional and Legal Committee of Parliament are meeting on it. I know every stage and every process. It is not the executive that does that. It is a private members' bill. And therefore, what the president said was right. When you went to our United Nations, what he said, if you listen carefully, you appreciate him for that. The honor that was supposed to be done to him was not given. You know that. So how can somebody take advantage of this? 23rd of this month, Constitutional and Legal Committee of Parliament are meeting on it. He's still there. In the meeting that Parliament is coming, it will be passed. And when it is passed, the president has also said he will also sign.
This man kokotie ye onyoyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim waya swafo wada empatama amemmo na afei ayensem ne asoma wode odwumadi aso ye kase no ano
na ye twansam no so dia na yegina Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ni nkomodi a ene odi ye ya na obeka ya aban wei eba so ano obonto ano ena wode etu edwase oba assembly members adeɛ sɛ bosomi bia obɛpɛ tefa bi de ama wo mo de ato wo mo botom nti NNS assembly members no dodo no a krampo no etoma NDC aban na ene Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim akwakoda na die sɛ every April bosomi wo mfie mpim yenu ne aduonu num ebepim December ni nyina no bosomi bia so a adeɛ sɛ assembly member bia etimi enya ebro opipim baako as 1,000 Ghana cedis eni akire kakra na womode ehwe womo ataso o kire mu a na wei eye anisuade hunu a eye omampani John Dramani Mahama ena ede bae na ewom se omampani approve ye no okasa bosumi bia assembly member bia enye 1,300 Ghana cedis na chese cedi apem eni akire ahasa nanso yenti ekokoye 1,000 pepe ni akire kakra bi no ye se every assembly members ninti chese se omutu ato ana se omdiskane ma omo a ese omote eto no efri so yentie Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ebra no de assembly members omo allowances no to dwa no
pay modest allowances to assembly members for over 30 something years that we since 1988 that we started practicing decentralization. Assembly members were not recognized. They were not respected. They were not motivated. Since one of them became a president of the country, President John Dramani Mahama said every assembly member must be paid an allowance of 1,300 Ghana cedis. And we have 9,090 assembly members in the country. All the 9,090 assembly members were paid 1,300 Ghana cedis. And out of this, it was taxed. So when you take the tax component of it, every assembly was paid an allowance of more than 1,000 Ghana cedis. For all the months in 2025, from April to December, we are now planning to pay the first quarter of 2026. And once the president was able to do it in 2025, in 2026, he will do it.
Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Ninsem Enayati Bieno.
Absia yanto suai na yanko yenimo yenfree Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim and Government Accountability Series what they say so no suai na yempem enku yenimo absia be kan no mbesa ne so am ababe to dwaba se America kranie we kwa no Accra High Court na bo modia de atemupi eba monte atemu ne tenten ne tietie nyina and it's a special prosecutor woni to me say what they ever bought kwadu efa abonofo semo say to me nyina no ejina eye ana say to me nyina say attorney general ensem na asem ne ba ye na yade bia Ghana for atwetwe se ne abasa so wiana ma wo mo apin ewe emrem so akere wo mo adwe dia fa ho am na enum ana deputy attorney general Wanukriya Deputy Minister for Justice, Justice Swamsai, and on some truffle bonkomopa, Nankomoboni Nafa, a year at Temuya. High Court at the Barmont, so for a special prosecutor office, no, na Ninkasemo non some truffle at the Trunkoma. And watches you, at Temon Barmont, Namaphobia, as Somokas say, na say attorney general asue na ankasa etume gu omoso no edoso pa etume gu omoso kwa dudu na gu omoso sese wo bo na sa kwa dudu na na madwuma egu omoso edoso nti wo ntumi kura emmokwa edu na magana fo ye hu ba bia se ne asem ne poti ekom obi kura te se orua ye kwabena edubu ahim no ye kane director general edema National Signals Bureau asye kesi ne kwadu sei edede da hwa na sa edubu ahim se semsebusua bekaya na ni nyina ne se papa yi yade bia wabo my Ghana kapa katwitwidi emra no ye director general edema National Signals Bureau 49 million Ghana cedis ka wabo my Ghana kwa no na enumu ena ye deputy attorney general Justice Swamsai na central bon komo a wakase o sansan na nyina anukro bia nim wo bibia ene iwofo my Ghana sika esese ye bono kwadu no kwadu no eyade a egusu a ekoso pa waso hwo bi te se edubu ahindie ya ye kan wasem wose ni case ni kra de simple kra o man mu ni sika enwe ye free o man no account mu na de akwakoto ankronkra account wa ankaso account mu a wo che so de kwakoto bambon ne ma de am my Ghana ye wie na che se wo de akwakosi dan wo de bia kwakoto totoka so de bia ye japade nti we kra de simple kra na ora ye adwuma pa Justice Swamsai Ninsem Nibini.
There is a public money in public account. You have moved the public money from the public account into a private account and told Boss the bank FM. Which did the transaction that you are using the money Boss to FM. Go and purchase a defense equipment for the state. The evidence shows from the account in which you deposited the money that you spend the money to buy houses for yourself and other high-end cars which you were renting and using for your own good. Our case is simple. You cannot do this with public money. It amounts to stealing or financial loss or any of the public, financial whatever. That is what we have charged you for. They began by in their cross-examination. I think the whole thing is I have decided that I will not step out of court and grant interview. But it doesn't mean that when my opponent steps out of court and grants interview, whatever he's saying, telling the court is sacrosanct. Certainly, they've started by saying that the private account in which the money has been put is a secret national security account. In other words, the money went from public to public, just that it's a secret account for the national security. So this is how the case has been going. Oral is working, and I have a way of doing my cases. I don't believe in finishing court, coming out and granting interview on every day. But in terms of Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, no so krano deputy.
Justice Shrimside and any acquire Kukutia oh. On the ones who are near Jumapa, Nemomansa Nabo be quite as a Nippon or right out as a respect. Now, face to cry near Mamrano, a year Jumapa, our court and Penpray, said you, Sakis, the Dubois case in there. A simple cry, a simple Egusua, Ecoso.
Na ye 27 so ede amawa yenkoi na oswafo wono enehwe nkitahudie ensem so ewo Ghana ni din eni odmunyamfo Sam George na wode ato wono aninua a wo free Zambia eni na pamfo womde womo edo ababebo Ghana die mu ese womo eba besua Ghana ekwan a sikasem eni ehonsem kanye eni amanyoye echese ekoso ewo Ghana yim no ade se minister wo free Zambia wode na pamfo womo abawura Ghana man yimu a womo eba besua ade na enede ya ebra ekuo yimienu ehia ye no ene ono nyamfo Sam George enso edi tudwa se ene se momo besua bibi wo Ghana hade a na se yenso ye fa ho ne yenso yesua de edi free Zambia eman emu aden oso ko Zambia eye bola a yen yesesa ni akwakoto agu amna donko bi mu na ahye ni ase no Zambia eno omde bo wo mo nyina mo ahoden eho eban yo eno nti se Zambia ma chese Zambia so afo no efri ni man mu abeduru hade a na se wo mo so esua bibi na se akoye se afanu benkum dua nifa na nifa so edware benkum na yentie nsem a onmonyamfo Sam George wode eto Zambia wosoafo a wono enehwe science any technology nanim ewo mama ni bonum no yentie ni nsem no ebi
where Zambia is doing a lot and even dealing with energy. And so President Mahama spoke. I won't be surprised very soon that Honorable John Jinapor will be going to Zambia, because President Mahama said he also wanted our energy minister to go there. How they managed to deal with waste and their energy grid. And one of the biggest challenges in Ghana, that we have almost over 30% waste in terms of distribution waste and losses. And so it is in dealing with that, what kind of technology have they deployed to be able to make their grid efficient, such that as much energy they produce, most of it is paid for and utilized by industry. Because as Ghana drives this industrialization today, if you listen to the energy ministry, we are consuming power faster than at any point in our history. So the energy ministry puts in a new 400 megawatt capacity into the market. In less than 6 months, it's swallowed. The question is, are we actually making optimal utilization of the power, or are we producing so much because there's so much in waste? So for us, those are areas where we need to learn from Zambia and the Zambian experience. Sure, like Honorable Mutati said, even in the conversations, in other areas of AI, of cybersecurity, there are things we will learn from them as we also suggest solutions to them. So it's a learning experience for both countries.
Onmunyamfo Sam Jata George ene nanumu nsem no na nanusi ya ena Zambia oswafo a wono enehwe technology ene science eso Felix Mutati wono nso ede to eye empanimfo anase dwabo na ahia ho nyina anim na obo Ghana manyi abaso pa se idie abibrem hanum nyina no se Ghana die sikasem ene ne ntotwe ekoyie pa eno nti no ne na pamfo be se enipa edunsia womo afri Zambia womo ba besua se de womo so ebetimi atoto womo sikasem ene eho enkwa no eyie na bibia akọ kama ede ama Zambia man nti nani age pa wono so de abasobo ede magana man no.
And you know, the only reason I've come here with the delegation is the impact that Sam George created when he came into Zambia. Yeah, the impact that he was able to influence, that when you engage, when you learn from each other, you begin to deliver the birth of transaction and investment. You begin to deliver connecting Africa to Africa. And that is Sam George. Yeah. And for me, coming here, it's like coming back home. My last born daughter is married to Kwesi. Kwesi is from. Okay. So I'm coming back home, the Ghana spirit. But much more important is that the entry of President Mahama to Zambia, he was done in a fugu. So the Zambian people thought that's a blouse. Has he got clothes to wear when he's coming to visit? But that sparked curiosity, and I tell you today, it's been accepted as one of the transformative attire. It's now an African attire. So I think it was very, very impactful. I was also honored to be the Minister of Honor to them. So we shared small talk, big talk.
Onmunyamfo Felix Mutati oswafo a wono na odi wani kiremu Zambia manu mu a wo hwe technology na afi science eso na yete ninka no
Abisia afena ro kasa fidie na to a aya boss de economy en se chiropo enso so first side plaza na kase ne mo ani ebutu anyumre no se abram kase ne yesin konwa ye kan ama no yanko enemu ai na ye ko enemu a na ne sine twani wagidi pa oba santimantem ha Kofi Adu ene ne din ankasa na hoteden obi de num na ewo sine twamo ejako abrante ene na sentem ababa betodwa se wati party efese the base movement na the base movement wakwa pa ho ntoma na eba na sa na amafo kra kaka
93.7
we announce wo fie mu said one rententan the base movement de Kennedy akompra kwa Japan wa ene chese wo techra wati onwe na ni dia samafo na anope good morning boss jumedi so ana kwabraje ya announce Wani ye ejako ebon komodi afa the base movement ho en wo cassette ya say wo mo mkeke kasa ansam ne say Kennedy akomprako Japan en ati the base no wo munyai Kennedy akomprako Japan still na wo MPP ni o wo mo tonton sansam munyai nsam twofo enhie mu enfo nyina simpie ni apaso sen ko so fanto bedwasre de say MPP party ni wajai wono akwakwate ne party ye the base wo say wo my Ghana ama yosem na kwakwa te frahwase wa mutua na ne yesi woda ye ni MPP ene NDC na sa the base movement here ne wamo ati third force na chese ama yoku ebeto so miensa wotiro na se brana pa wase parties ne mo emma ne mo mpanimfuo bi na akeka komo bom MPP fuo wom NDC fuo wom just parties dodo na ne wo mo aka mo abomu se third force ne wo mo ati the base enti mo bia enkaka se Kennedy akompra kwa Japan na ati the base road roda ensem yentie ejako nsem a odi tudwane bia yi
the base SSM ti ate ku degree wo oman a na ya tete a political parties achi ana me ya tika yehu na bomu an ya form base fe ya form base na ya na for ya bom ana nipa ya hwehwe no ye nsaka ya nkata ya kan ya ni ape nipa be leka so man hu do wo ni na ni dey aso de say bitini abo wo man adwuma fam se adwuma eti the base dey Omana dia tumba bi achiri eti rebesi dia ba setena ye boaboa yo ho na ye nye captain na ya pe mi ko fese obedie eye din sia ye hu ni se third force ba ne se on se ye ku anasa manyi ku akesi ye ma amenum ne papa no a ye NDC eni MPP na akwaye petrazi asie wana ni obubuku mi no ka say enyo hono na CNTB ana tiere de Japan near press conference say what tin ho free MPP onye na je say what tin ho free MPP
adesmema ejako abrante ne kokotie ne no
na ma yentu ansem no so emfa emma ononsia kasebo na wutie ewo boss 93.7 na otwerɛtwerɛfo pani a wono na eba Ghana mayimu enyina kyese akyerɛkyerɛfo abedi akyerɛfo a womo senior secondary schools ahoduo mu na kyese assistant secondary schools na se Charles na meka ho asemi ni din ene Primus Baro wode aba betudwa se enya aduane a ya na ashort ewo sukuu mu a wo munya aduane emfa mankwada no ho asem na womo eka o na emom se sika aban no de ema se wo monsa be kan ntem na wo motimi di adidwa na wo motimi de aye aduane ama enkwada yi no eno eni ade a ya na sika no etimi eche eno nti wo srepa se aban no enkankane education Ghana Education Service ɛyɛ mpanimfo a wɔn ɛhwɛ fans a yɛde ma schools no ɛsoɔ no ya wɔn ma sika no ntimi ɛntɔ ɛyɛ schools no account mu ntɛm sɛ de bɛyɛ no betimi ɛde adi dwa ɛde ayɛ aduane ɛde ama nkwadaa no ifi sɛ nansan yi ɔde ɔbɛtia ne sɛ nkwadaa no wɔn ni aduane schools no wɔn ni aduane ɛsɛ awofoɔ ɛna ɛte mpentenkwa na no ɛna owura baro ɛkyerɛ mu sɛ dabi nyɛ saa koraa na emom ɛyɛ sika a ya na ɛsɛ sɛ ɛɛba no ɛna ya na ɛtɔ da bi a ɛkyɛ ɛno nti wɔsrɛ aban no na ya wɔma saa sika no entimi ɛmra ntɛm sɛ de bɛyɛ a akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ne afei headmasters no wɔn nso ɛho ebetimi atɔ wɔn fi sɛ ukura sika ɛnɛ ɛna utimi ekodwom edi dwa bi a wɔpɛ yentie owura Primus Baro.
Addressed a number of issues. It wasn't just about food, but of course the issue of food has to do with the monies that are meant for the purchase of perishables. It's not the food items. Let me make it very clear. We have seen some media reportage that seems to suggest that Charles is saying there's no food in the school. No, we have food. We've got a lot of food in the school now. What we don't have is the money to buy. Government usually will supply the food items, and they also give monies to the school to buy what we call the perishables. And the perishables are the daily market ingredients, like pepper, like salt, like Kobe, like kontomire.
93.7.
To cook to supplement to cook to add to the food, the raw food that is supplied to the school. Schools have been in arrears for about 7 months now, and that's what Honorable Minister convened a meeting to get us in charge of financing the free HHS to give us the money. So we're only saying that if by the close of this week, by the close of today, already 7 months is not a small period. If we don't get the money today, it might become very, very difficult for us to run the schools, if not impossible. So we may have to advise the school authorities to postpone or for us to close the schools so that when money is ready, we'll feed them. That's what we're saying.
Yewra Primus Baro. National Secretary at the Machas and at your taking cano.
Yamaka be school bia and who as some fufro.
I said, Scanono and Co Besri no a hontem. Dear ma, almost to me nigga. Egu hono mo said the bayan quarane ba. Umbinya be a dear, I say. Yadema wa we akwabi enu boy was say hand to mouth.
Yadema wa let's put the kokoto
yes, I want to meet you gani. First na ye ko school no na Bezri and our business no munni how. That is say no. Aha.
This is here this scanner amadia na ne wa mo propose say wa mo to school mo di kokosi say scanner.
Kopim say scanner beba. Say nuane de omo wo nuane wo ho. Na wontimi nso eno ammo abra bibia nka ho fama kwara no.
Eno pokura beba mountain so kra say school we kura mo hwe kwara na ye.
Hwe.
Me kai yi bia ai video bia eba mountain so na kwara no mo di aduane bia wo ne say light super ho nsem kokoye.
Sa.
Ho kokoye. Nti wo se bibi ti say de kobi.
Bibi ti say mako tomato kende ni kobi no a.
Ebi ni ho.
Omode chino chewo na say mu ayi hwam amankwada.
Ontumi no a mo saa amfa amankwada da stew.
Dabi.
We da nam.
Nti aban no ntimi ntwira. Ontimi spell a mo ntwire.
Ma ntwire.
Anti say o adi ato no ho so say obey free education no dia e o masika no akonhoma sika no emra ntem.
And Ghana by just for ansem ne be no ti na ye ma o mo en na nkwada no so enya aduane pa eni because ye baba be school yi ska nkwa aduane ne de e ho akade nchini ni ho emeko ni ho kobi ni ho yentume nya aduane rosa se ne aduane ni monye mokonka obibia ka ho na ne meni chasefo no ya adwen pa no mo ya adwen senka be ye pa de anka ne free SH schools no ya momoden na yen crossing the scan beba because scan na ma enu anu de be mo na yen kwada na so na bega be kase eni amu aduane pa aduane kra no na nso mo nim de ekoso amonim de ekoso nti Charles for me no mo ya adwen
akwara de kofi akwara bia mfa ho wonde oda se na aduane si na
ya de ma ba school kwa ma tu ma yi se me boarding fees e dia de ne de
ti aban no
squad some nyesho cross o no mutu ya bia
say wo mutu aso luta continua the CHS o mo hwe na aban no say aban no etimi ma o mo hot be say bia 1 week and 2 weeks so a egu aban we yedi mu ase egu aban na animu ase
okay
because o ka say free education no beto aso wato aso abepem ne nti say bia source no mu ba bi na bia obi na timi estampo ewe yi no so na enkontem a mo hwe na monye ntutu ye ni ye
ebsia ye nto nsem ne so ma we na ye mpem ya ni National Service Authority NSA na ye ba man ye yo wa mo chese ne nka kane no we no o se afie bia we kura nka afi mu bia sika National Service personnel wa mo ye National Service afi ni nyina bosome por dumi no sika na yedi tua wo ka na ya allowance sa yedi ema wo mo no kana na nka 1.6 billion Ghana cedi sesia wo mo ateso wo mo aye adwuma miemi wo mo fidie mu antokrontokro wo ghost names wo wo mo aye ni nyina fremu nti afemu ni nyina bekọ awie ye no National Service for ye betu mo ka eka wo man mo no ebebo no 700 million wow 700 million. Deputy Director General Edema National Service Authority Lieutenant Colonel Moses Doc Nak Wembu one what is and semi etu edwa na wase empempra ye ka say the payment processes metre akoyam ye faso etu ya National Service personnel for kano sesian o wa mo yire kete so ba no pa chi o hwese wamo safata wamo ya verify wamo no wamo nsa beka eye allowances no we ente say ya no de ya na ne nsamandi ya sese agumutwo na ne kwabra na san kwan sa sesi ade wamo ajire wamo process mu pa siam verify pa ye betu aka sa na mo tuo wei na mprempren yi wose wamo atu a amani nkakane afie bia eka na se sika yetuama National Service personnel 1.6 billion Ghana cedi no ene eso atumi ate ababedu 700 million Ghana cedi. Lieutenant Colonel Moses Doc nesem ni bini.
Previously, the payroll of government was about 1.6 billion. Yes, for National Service. Last year, when we took over and then we started, putting up these processes, I can tell you that we have cut it down. Of last year, we paid barely about 700 million Ghana cedis. You cannot cut down the numbers. Once somebody has graduated, there's nothing that you can do about it. Like I said, it's mandatory. We don't have that power to cut down the number. Government will not even accept that. Look, we made sure that ghost names is a thing of the past. We used to have a balloon National Service personnel being deployed, and which they were non-existent National Service personnel. That's what I'm trying to say. That is why we have put up these rigorous processes that one must go through. It's not the matter of just sitting down and taking money at the end of the month.
Adesmema enia ye kokotie ye pani kwantrefo National Service Authority ono ana oda omo ano metre Lieutenant Colonel Moses Doc ana ne ye koya ye kokotie nenano ana ye koya ye kokotie nenano ma enya we shu na yenye aboafo enkrato emra na ye ba de aka ni nyina no ebeto aso ama ma yenyina we shu na yenye aboafo enkrato emra sisia